So by now, I'm sure many of you have heard of Tailfin. Maybe they're best known for that AeroPack, a rear rack/bag system that is really as unique as it gets for rear cargo solutions. Slowly but surely, Tailfin has kind of been checking off all of the boxes for on-bike cargo. And while we were waiting on one thing, a handlebar mounting system. Well, today they launched exactly that, the Tailfin bar bag system. Stay tuned for all the details. All right, so in typical Tailfin fashion, they developed a really well thought out front storage system with 4 different options, 2 flat bar sizes and 2 drop bar specific sizes. Up on the page here, you will see all of the different sizes with the carrying capacity for each 4 bags. The small bags have a 160 millimeter diameter, while the larger ones come in at 180 millimeters. All right, so the flat and drop bar versions differ slightly in size and how the sides open and are secured. So the flat bar option uses a roll top closure with buckles on each end, while the drop bar bag features Tailfin's patented wave lock system, which clips into the wave channels instead of buckling down. More on this soon. So all bags are made from a welded Hapalon and ripstop nylon, meaning they're fully waterproof. They feature dual roll top closures and a purge valve to remove any excess air for a tight compressed fit. So there's also this expandable mesh pocket, or pockets rather, on the front of the bag for smaller items or layers, which is then secured down with this kind of volet style strap. And there's also this kind of small little slide pouch near the bottom of the bag for extra belongings, trash, or even tent poles. So before we continue, I just want to take a quick moment to let you all know that this video is supported in part by OneUp USA. Introducing the all-new 2024 Super Duty from OneUp USA. More rugged and capable than ever. The Super Duty bike carrier is built for adventure and is designed to carry mountain, gravel, e-bikes, and really any 2-wheeled steed up to 100 pounds. So it's perfect for your loaded bike packing rig. Made from corrosion-resistant aluminum, this sturdy tray-style rack is engineered for durability on and off the road. So take the road less traveled with confidence. So for more on this bike carrier and OneUp USA accessories, you can click on the card in the top right corner or else follow the link in the description below. All right, so one of the unique features of this system is the use of their X-clamp technology, which is also found on all of their pannier bags and the fork packs that I reviewed late last year. The bag comes with an integrated aluminum frame inside, along with the adjustable aluminum mount. Combined, it creates a very quick release mounting like system that is extremely stable. So the real beauty here is that the mounting bracket pivots in a way that not only fits any stem width, but also works with nearly any bike. So you can adjust both the bar and the mounting bar clamps, creating a perfect spacing around, say, your head tube, cable housing, brake lines, and even clear a suspension fork. All of that adjustability does come at a cost. This is not a lightweight system, with the clamp alone coming in at 181 grams. So for comparison here, even though it's a pretty different kind of system, this piece alone is heavier than the 165 gram Revelate Designs pronghorn with a medium dry bag. So I couldn't actually weigh these bags before I ended up using them, but the claimed weights are 739 grams for that small drop bar bag and 785 grams for the small flat bar bag, making that certainly one of the heaviest handlebar systems that I've ever used. While it may initially seem kind of daunting, the installation is actually relatively easy and intuitive. So this clamp here actually fits both 35 millimeter and 31.8 millimeter bars, and I've tested it on both with success. Just be careful not to lose the small shims or the small little screws. They definitely are a little too tiny for my liking. Maybe a snap-on shim or something would have been a better solution here. And for reference here, I used this system on both carbon and aluminum bars, both torqued down to 5 Newton meters. Tailfin actually recommends you check with the handlebar manufacturer. They mention if the carbon handlebar is compatible with aero bars, then the bar system will be safe to fit. So to install the mounting bracket, all you have to do is attach these hinged clamps around the handlebar, adjust the width of the mounting clamp around your specific stem, and loosely tighten it before installing the bag. Then make all of the necessary adjustments for proper clearance from, say, your head tube and your front wheel. The mount pivots both vertically and horizontally, making it adaptable for basically any different cockpit setup. So if you've got aero bars or say other accessories on your handlebar, well, this is going to work really well with them. So the 4 screws that enable all of the adjusting of the mount are conveniently located on top, so fine tuning is really straightforward. And the bag is installed on the handlebar mount by placing the anti-rotational bar in the bar hook, securing the X clamp over the mounting bar, and then turning the lever and locking everything in place. Super easy, super secure. Tailfin also offers a bunch of add-ons like, where's that thing? I'm never prepared over here. My goodness, got them all. All right. So Tailfin also offers add-ons like lights or GPS mounts that will mount directly to the mounting bracket, which I found very useful. It's convenient if you don't mind leaving the mounting bracket on while you're not bike packing. While it is a little heavy, it's not too bulky, so I ended up leaving mine on between bike packing trips so I could use my GPS mount without a fuss. All right, so since Tailfin ended up sending both a flat bar and a drop bar version, I had the pleasure of testing both, and I'll start with this flat bar version, which I ended up testing first. The installation was simple, and even the small flat bar bag, which maxes out at nearly 15 liters, held everything I needed to keep dry. So my sleeping bag, my down pants, my down jacket, and other layers, and even a few meal items like a freeze-dried meal. The diameter was big enough to kind of stuff my hand in and pack everything down without trouble. And basically to pack it, I ended up closing one side, opened this purge valve here, stuffed everything in from the other side, and then I compressed the contents and basically rolled the other side shut. Because it is airtight, this purge valve certainly helps remove excess air to help create a super tight pack. Other brands have definitely used this feature, so it's nothing new, but I found it incredibly useful, and it's even made a little funny sound when I was releasing the air. Yeah, gotta love it. While both the flat and drop bar bags have slightly different kind of fits, the concept is basically the same. You roll the top or roll the sides, remove the air for a tight fit. But with just 2 rolls, it is watertight, which is great. So the wave lock, or the drop bar bag, is designed to basically pull the ends away from the drops, reducing interference with, say, your hands and your levers. I was actually testing this system on some pretty narrow 44 centimeter bars on my Otso Warrican, and I didn't ever have any issues with interference, which is great. I guess I would say the only downside to the wave lock system is that it's kind of hard to grip the pin. It can be a little bit challenging, and you may need to use some extra strength to kind of tighten it down to ensure proper clearance between either your hands and the levers and the bag. You'll also need to make sure that the clip kind of snaps in place. You'll hear a sound. It's pretty obvious, but if it's not, then it isn't fully secure. Overall, replacing buckles with this kind of wave lock system is actually awesome. If I had to pick one bag over another, I would certainly go with this drop bar bag, as it works well on both flat and drop bars. All right, so the stability of the system really is impressive. So when the clamp is mounted properly, there is no slipping, whether on the 35 millimeter bar or the 31.8. Tailfin actually recommends 15 millimeters of clearance between the head tube and 20 millimeters above the wheel on non-suspension bikes, and 20 millimeters plus the actual fork travel on suspension forks. So I ended up following those guidelines, and I never had any issues with rubbing or tire contact. That said, I did have to add extra pressure to my fork due to the extra weight and kind of the front end feeling a bit cumbersome on my Revel Rascal with the Manitou Matic Pro fork. This system added a lot of weight compared to other systems out there and made me feel, I guess, less confident on technical sections. So if Tailfin could somehow reduce the overall weight of this system, I think it would actually make a big difference. On a gravel bike, however, with the rigid fork, it actually felt great, secure, tight, and the weight wasn't a problem. So the front mesh kind of pockets here, I think there's basically 3 little pockets in each bag, plus 1 zipper pocket. They're great. They're a really neat feature and something that I actually haven't seen on many similar bags. They provide expandable storage for, say, resupplies or just layers, and I use the small zipper pocket to store my satellite messenger. Tailfin claims that the small drop bar bag has 1.6 liters of extra volume, and that small flat bar bag offers 2.7 liters of extra volume there. I guess on the downside, I did notice during a wet overnight trip that, well, the mesh kind of holds some water, adding weight when wet. However, it did dry quickly in sun at higher elevations, but that is something to consider if you tend to bike pack in wet environments. Now, there really aren't many systems like this on the market. So 2 that come to mind are that Misgrape Il Coso and the Blue Ridge from Rogue Panda. Both are lightweight and clamp around the bars without needing an attachment to the, say, head tube or fork crown. So I absolutely love the simplicity of the Blue Ridge, and it sits in a low tucked in position with my 165 millimeter diameter stuff sack, but it's just not as versatile with a larger diameter bag, which is definitely where this multi-axis adjustment on the mounting bracket of this Tailfin bar bag system shines. For comparison, the Misgrape Il Coso weighs 320 grams and costs 148 USD, while the Rogue Panda weighs 240 grams and costs 200 USD. But you'll also need separate dry bags for both of those, which will increase weight and cost. All right, so while Tailfin certainly caters to a specific type of bike packer, their innovation is undeniable. The bar bag system isn't just a bag, it's an adjustable system with lots of storage, size options, and extra accessory mounts. And it's clean, stable, and well, it will certainly work with almost any bike/cockpit configuration. However, with more moving parts comes the risk of more things breaking, and the system is on the heavier side. But if you can live with that, well, it's certainly an intriguing option. So Tailfin products are certainly of high quality, but this is certainly a higher price tag item. The bar bag system starts at 300 USD, with each accessory mount priced at $15 each, so GPS mounts, light mounts, what have you, or they also offer all of them, all 4, at 55 USD. So what are your thoughts on the new Tailfin bar bag system? Let us know in the comment section below. And as always, thank you all so much for watching. And if you like what you saw in this video and want to see more like it, please hit that subscribe button and notification bell. And if you want to help support BIKEPACKING.com as a whole, this YouTube channel, you can do so by signing up for the Bikepacking Collective. The Collective offers a lot of perks like industry discounts, monthly giveaways, and the twice yearly Bikepacking Journal. So to join or just learn a little bit more about the Bikepacking Collective, click on the card in the top right corner or else follow the link in the description below. As always, thank you all so much for watching today. And until next time, pedal further.